You wanted it, you've got it. It's InfoWars Nightly News, the beginning of a true independent news network to challenge the phony left-right paradigm and the prostitutes that the establishment has bought on both sides of the political spectrum to control the population. It is so historical what we're doing here, and we couldn't do it without your support. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being supporters of PrisonPlanet.tv and InfoWarsNews.com, and, of course, the weekday radio show from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., the news websites, InfoWars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. It is incredible that we're reaching tens of millions of people a week, and it's only growing. That's why the establishment, from Al Gore to Glenn Beck, on the left and the right, are invading cyberspace and trying to bring a mainline version of what we do to the population. But if you look at the numbers at StatBrain or Google Analytics or Alexa, we are absolutely annihilating Glenn Beck and Al Gore on every single front. The people don't want the same old fake flavors of left-right. They want simple, common sense, basic, pro-human information. That's what you'll get here. We called it 1776 worldwide. Now, we've got quite a transmission lined up for you. Many years ago, I had different cable networks and systems say, Alex, we want you to do a nightly news show. We'd pick it up. But I was so busy with a radio show that's also sent out via video on the web and making documentary films and writing books that I said, you know what, I'm not ready for that. But now, here with some commentary at the start of the show, I just want to point out that I realized it's my responsibility to bring you unscripted but heavily researched, teleprompter-free news and information. And because we've reached so many people, it is our responsibility to go to the next level, and we couldn't do it without you. So again, I want to thank all of you for spreading the word about PrisonPlanet.tv. Now, coming up tonight, we're going to talk to Dr. Sherry Tenpenny about the eugenics program. The U.S. government and other major governments adding sterilants to vaccines to carry out population reduction. We're going to look at Gardasil, the flu shot, the big Hollywood movies coming out to scare everybody into submission, like Contagion with Matt Damon and others. That's coming up. And then excerpts an interview I did with Hollywood and TV legend Ed Asner on Building 7 and the controlled demolition that was the 9/11 attacks. That is coming up later in this transmission. But first, let's go ahead and get into the economy. Kurt Nimmo on Monday wrote an article saying that Ben Bernanke was going to announce basically QE3 through this new TWIST program. And Kurt, by reaching and researching IMF and World Bank documents, was able to predict that it would be called TWIST, or basically going back to an early 1960s program to manipulate the bond market. And the stock market responded today by plunging by 391 points, or technically 400 points. The global markets also tumbled by 4%. And Zolik, the head of the World Bank, said that the world is now in the danger zone. And the grand poobah of globalism, George Soros, who said during the 2008 crisis that he was having a great crisis, fleecing governments and the general population with his insider knowledge, has now told us that we're already in a double-dip recession. Well, every economist I've talked to has documented that we never left the recession, and a recession for more than a year with the type of job losses we've had is really a depression. So we've been in a depression now for more than 3 years, so we don't need that Nazi sympathizer and supporter who sold out his own people, George Soros, to tell us that we are in a recession. Continuing, obviously, stocks ended down lower. And why is all of this? Well, Moody's yesterday downgraded big banks on changes of policy, downgraded Bank of America, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, and others. So the system downgraded itself as an attempt to panic the public. The head of the IMF based out of France, came out and said yesterday, unless there's more hyperinflationary moves in QE3, that the world would basically go into a depression. Now, the very same banksters did this in 2008, back in October. They said, give us unlimited trillions in taxpayer money, or there'll be a depression. And then every few years, they run the same scam over and over again. And again, here is this article by Kurt Nimmo that came out a few days ago dealing with this. And Kurt wrote another article, Operation Twist and Shout, Fed launches stealth attack on pensions. And he breaks down how QE3 and this new long-term U.S. Treasury bond will actually destroy the value of U.S. pensions, including the government pension system known as Social Security. Peter Schiff, who I interviewed today on the radio, told MSNBC today, and we have the article up at Infowars.com, that the Fed will turn to QE3 in failed bid to prevent economic depression. And that's basically what this twist will do. By pushing people into long-term bonds, that will induce banks to loan out more money, which will cause inflation, which is another form of QE3. Continuing with this news, there's a big census report out that recession is taking a major toll on young adults and that there is massive unemployment in the youth population, much higher than it is in other groups. So that's basically it with the economic news. We're seeing the private banking cartel tell the Europeans that either you give up all national sovereignty that's left to the IMF and World Bank and allow a financial dictatorship to be established, or you're going to basically face total economic implosion. The problem is every time you give in to these terroristic financial threats, you are simply incrementally brought into greater levels of economic bondage and depression. Best to go ahead and write off the 1.5 quadrillion in derivatives that have been created and destroy the globalist bankers, no matter how painful it is, and then rebuild from that point, because the path we're being taken down is clearly rack and ruin and leads us into a Weimar Republic type scenario with a global government, a private global government run by the banksters. Now, getting into other news, I know Aaron Dykes sitting in for me Monday night on InfoWars Nightly News broke this down. And since then, we've sent out Darren McBreen and Rob Jacobson to file a report with the good, the bad, and the ugly here in Austin. Some people are aware of this as a police state power grab. Others are willing to give up their liberty for security. But, of course, Benjamin Franklin pointed out you'll get neither. When you give up liberty, you get tyranny. But I wanted to show you this graph. USA Today had a vote. Do you agree with the NFL's head-to-toe pat-down, the groping of your wife's breast, the grabbing of your genitals? And if you add up the numbers, only 11% agreed with the TSA police state groping. 4% said, don't tase me, bro. 48% said this is an invasion of privacy, and 37% said they would just stay home. So if you average that together, 85% are against it. And we find that 85% want to abolish the private Federal Reserve. We find that over 85%, right at about 90%, don't believe the official JFK story. Over and over again, Angus and Reid, New York Times poll 5 years ago, 83% believe the government's covering up the truth of 9/11. In every poll, I don't believe just one poll or two polls or 5 polls or 100 polls. In thousands of polls that we track day to day, week to week, year to year, in thousands of polls, over 80% of the population, well, hell, Congress has a 9% approval rating. That's 91% don't agree with the system. But in thousands of polls, above 80% don't buy a damn thing they're told by this pack of known liars. And that's the good news. The awakening has happened, but people just don't have confidence in themselves yet. They don't feel like they're the majority. They don't feel like they're in the right. They feel like they're in the minority, which isn't true.